welcome to Sweet Tea and Thread. I'm Shay.
And I'm Bethany. This is episode 13.
Yeah, lucky 13.
Or unlucky 13, depending on what you look at.
Lucky.
Okay. Thanks so much for joining us again. If you do like this podcast, please give us that little like button a hit down below and comment. Let us know what you like. Tell us something interesting about yourself, what you're working on, and subscribe.
Yes, subscribe. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you subscribe, that's free, and you will get notices of when our new episodes are up. So we will get started with some finished projects.
Yeah, and just so you know, her side is bare compared to my side. Not because I have more finished projects, but because I have all the yarn over here.
Yeah. So we'll start, we can start with what we're wearing. I'm wearing the ARIKA cowl by Jane Richmond. I've done it in Vibe from Barocco, and I just finished it. Seamed it together and put the fringe on it, and I love it. I usually don't like things up real close to my neck, but this is real comfortable. This Vibe feels so good.
Yeah.
It's a cotton...
wool and nylon.
Yeah. Almost 50-50 cotton. There's a little bit of nylon. How much, like 10%?
Yeah, 10%.
Yeah,
so
10% nylon. So it's a really feel-good yarn.
And it's bulky.
Yeah, bulky. So
we're still on the bulky kick.
Yeah. Even though it took me 3 weeks
No.
to knit this,
We
it
don't
didn't
have
really. No, a couple of evenings, and it should be done. But
yeah.
It's
a quick project, but
it really is a quick project.
Yeah.
So, yes, and a lot of fun. This is a lot of open work right here, and just some. I think it's 2x2 rib for about half of it.
And it seamed up along the side for just a short little bit, and then you add the fringe to it. So it's worked flat in case you want to.
If you need to make it longer, if you want it to be more. A bigger cowl or something, you can add to it.
Yeah, really interesting construction. You don't have to learn or know how to knit in the round to knit this cowl, which is great.
And it only took it didn't even take 2 complete balls. Now the pattern calls for you to go ahead and put fringe all the way around. I stopped mine right here, right at the shoulder. Mainly because we were ready to podcast.
And I think it looks better.
Yeah, and I like it this way. But, so I had almost half a skein left. And that would be, so you've got plenty if you want to make it a little bigger, get a little bigger neck on it. But it's, it's not necessary. Or you can make it
wider. Too, because the pattern does repeat, so.
Right. So, anyway, I'm loving this. It feels really good. It's really comfortable to wear.
And the nice thing about the Vibe is it's a bulky yarn, but it's really lightweight as well. Has a nice loftiness to it. So
it is. And then you're wearing, we've talked about it before.
It
looks so good on you.
So I came to the store this morning without any kind of knitwear on and not a lot of accessories because I kind of wanted to wear something from the shop. So I just threw on the RAINFALL shawl. This is a HEIDI and LANA kit, and Shay actually knit this, so that's one of the perks of working in a yarn shop. You get to wear the samples.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I just kind of threw that on today, but we still have some of the kits, and I don't know if we have this specific color, but there's lots of other great colors that we have of that. So.
There are, and that was a fun knit, too.
And it's a really interesting shape. So there's a lot of interesting ways you can wear it. So, but.
All right, and then guess what my next project is?
Oh, I wonder what.
A beautiful pair of socks.
Yay.
Imagine. And yes, I've got both of them. I may have shown the first one before, not sure. But anyway, so the pair is done, and they are a gift for the lovely Bethany.
She knit me socks.
So, yeah. So, these are out of hedgehog fiber. Guppy is
love this
colorway, and it's an Aran weight. No, it's a DK weight yarn, isn't it? Does it have a name besides just? Yeah, it's just hedgehog merino DK. So they feel really good, and
I pulled another skein.
I hope she's going to enjoy wearing them.
This one's called Beach Bunny, which I think is so cute. I love their tags, how reflective it is. And then I also pulled some Big Sky because this is a DK yarn. So, you know, this one has some solids in there. It also has some speckles. So we have lots of different options.
Yeah. I usually do these out of worsted weight, but we had the guppy and the DK weight, and she had mentioned when we were first getting that yarn
About
in.
a million times.
Yeah, the guppy was one of her, and I stuck that right up here.
She has a good memory.
So, no. Not really, but every once in a while something sticks. And so, anyway, so that's my 2 finished projects for today.
So, now I get to talk about mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to save...
Yes, save that one for...
We'll save this one for last. So let me start with the easy one. This is Le Petit Parisien. I probably said that terribly. Basically, Le Petit Parisien. It's by ESPACE Tricot. It uses a fingering weight yarn on a very big needle. So it's this really nice lightweight, you can kind of see through it, kerchief. So this you can just kind of tie around your neck. Looks great with the shawl I'm wearing. But you just tie it around your neck, and it's just a little accessory that you can wear. It's meant to be kind of like a spring summertime accessory. So we ended up making this out of Adriafil's Bonton. This is a cotton yarn that's fingering weight. And, I mean, it's gorgeous. It has that striping effect. And, you know, we have lots of different color options. Some of them will look like this when you pull it out. But if you kind of open it up,
yeah, you'll get into
that's
to
when you
other
see
colors.
what the other colors are. So
it's a really nice yarn.
Feels really good too.
And this
it's
didn't
really
even
super soft.
Yeah, this didn't even use quite the whole skein, did it?
Not quite.
So,
and I did this in a day. So I had a day off where I was at home and I was going through a lot of my art history reading, which nice thing about that is I have the audio for it, so I can just listen to it read to me. So that's what happened, and I ended up making that in a day.
Yeah. So kind of the best kind of palette cleansing knitting is a quick little kerchief. It's going to look so cute with some springtime.
I have a white linen dress that I kind of want to throw this over.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that would be cute.
But anyway, that was my first finished object. Then I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I'm going to show you actually something that my mom did for the shop in like 2 days because she's fast.
She's very fast.
I think it took her a little more than 2 days, but this is crocheted. And you can see, again, it's kind of meant to be kind of more like a spring shawl, I'd say, because it's this open weave. You can see these little bits of clustered texture on it too. And then it has the really fun tassels on there. And that's actually our tag.
We love some fringe, we love some pom-poms, and we love some tassels.
This was made out of Broca Remix. It took 2 skeins, and not even like the full 2 skeins. You still had enough left over. So if you wanted to add to this shawl, I think it's probably pretty easy to add another row or 2 to it.
Yeah. Look at those little nub, the little clustered. They really show it well right there.
But Remix is recycled fibers, so it's got nylon, cotton, acrylic, silk, and linen in it. So,
it's a really nice yarn.
It washes up really well too. It softens quite a bit. Some of the skeins you pick up and you're like, oh, that's, it's okay. It's not my favorite. And then you wash it. It softens up quite a bit. So we have a lot of different colors. If you're into neutrals, we have a couple of different neutrals. We also have some fun colors, soft spring colors. Like I'm giving you the sales pitch. We got your color. But anyway, so that is that. And then, do you want me to talk about my my work in progress? And then we'll get back to this one?
Yeah, let's do that because we'll kind of save that.
So we're going to switch gears.
I I have no actual works in, well, I do have some actual works in progress, but they're not here, so
It's okay. But
we won't bother talking about them.
the one thing that I have in progress right now, I'm still working on the Alejandra shawl, which I didn't bring. I'm to the slip stitch mosaic border, and I paused for something else, which you'll see in a little bit. But I also have this that I'm working on. You'll never guess what it is. It's a sock. We've had this yarn for a while. It's Heritage Prints. So we've talked about the Heritage yarn quite a bit. We have solids, and then we have Heritage Wave, which is kind of like a gradient color. And then the Heritage Print will actually give you a little bit of a color work.
Yeah, kind of a
effect
Aran
to it.
style. Or not Aran, but
Fair Isle.
Fair Isle is what I'm trying to think of.
So we have lots of different colors, and I don't know. I really don't know why I picked this color. I'm not really knitting it for anybody in particular. It's going to stay here as a shop sample.
Yeah.
I did actually use a pattern this time because we have a lot of people that come in and ask us, what pattern do you use to knit your socks? And once you learn how to knit socks, you're just kind of make it up.
Right.
There's certain techniques that, you know, are pretty average for every kind of sock. So you figure out what your favorite is and then you go with it. But this time I'm actually using MINA'S 2 at a Time sock pattern by Mina Phillips. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and this was actually how I learned to knit my socks originally. And then I kind of have, I don't know, changed stuff around to what I like now. But she goes through the basic construction of a sock. And if you can't tell, I'm not knitting this 2 at a time. I do not like knitting my socks 2 at a time. There are some people that love it.
Yeah.
There are some people that claim that it's faster. I mean, I don't know. I tried it the first time, wasn't really a big fan. So I'm actually knitting these on the LANA double point needles. So this is a fingering weight, 64 stitch count, size 1 double point needle. I'm turning the heel on it right now. It has a really pretty easy to follow short row heel. So I have one of them done so you can kind of see that's what that short row heel looks like and how the patterning is on it. So anyway,
They're looking good.
So I'm on my second sock. I'll turn the heel tonight, probably get down half the foot by tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But
I'll come in Tuesday and she'll be finished.
possibly.
And she will have finished like Sunday night or something.
Yeah, possibly. But
she's that fast.
so I talked about this last time with that shawl. I'm using the row counter again. Because one thing that the row counter ring, I should say. One thing that Mina does with her socks is she'll actually count the number of rows that she knits for the length of the leg and even her cuff. So because I wanted to really follow her pattern, I just went ahead and did that. So I'm using my row counter ring. But if you don't want to use a row counter ring, you can also use just a regular row counter. This is actually attached to the Maker's Keep by Coco Knits. So the great thing about this Maker's Keep is it is magnetic. You can keep stitch markers, you can keep like your cable needles and stuff. And then they made Coco Knits, I can't talk.
Yeah.
Coco Knits made a row counter, and it's just one that you click. So let me unlock it. It just clicks through the rows. And this is actually magnetized on the back. So
Yeah. It makes it really nice to kind of have all your little knitting goodies at hand.
and these come in different colors. This is kind of the green color, the greenish yellow. We have blue, orange, there's a gray. So there's a couple of different colors, and then you can get the little row counter as well. So that's an idea for sock knitting. If you want to learn how to knit a pair of socks, you can get this pattern for free.
Yeah. All right. And then
Now we're going to switch back. you go.
Yep. This is fabulous stuff coming up.
I'm actually going to take this off.
Yeah.
So that I can show you. So, I did this in a week, guys. Not to brag, but this, I love
fun.
this.
So fun.
This is the Shift Cowl by Andrea Mowry. The reason we kind of saved it for last is because we're going to talk about a fun knit along we're doing.
Yep.
So, the reason I knit this sample in a week is because of the knit along. We are starting a Shiftalong knit along. If you're familiar with her patterns, we're not talking about the Shiftalong hat. We're talking about her first patterns that she released with this design in it. Her first couple of ones, I think they are.
Yeah.
But this is the Shift Cowl. So in our knit along, you can either knit the Shift Cowl or you can knit the Nightshift, which is a shawl. Okay. It uses slip stitch colorwork technique, so you don't have to worry about stranded colorwork. It's really super simple. It makes this gorgeous texture on this shawl, and it's meant to be used with a yarn that kind of changes the colors a little bit originally. Shay's going to show you a different way that you can do it as well that looks just as good, but we used Barocco Medina for this because of that reason. Because, as you can see,
we love this yarn.
It just kind of has, I mean, she did a crocheted shawl out of it. I did my butterfly shawl out of it. Now I did this cowl out of it. It's a really good yarn. It's a cotton acrylic and a viscose blend, and it's just beautiful. So the colors that I used, I have a million of them laid out on the table, but the colors that I used were these.
And this is a yarn that you can almost go in the bowl that it's in and just blindly pick 3 different colors out of there, and they'll all work beautifully together. Yeah.
So you start off, this was first color that I did, so color A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, however you want to do it. You start off, this is the main background, and you'll alternate these as like the colorwork sections, and then this switches to the background, and then that switches to the background at the end. So, and the thing is worked flat. So this is another one of those cowls that's worked flat instead of in the round, and then you seam it up. So you can see on the back, this is actually where it starts, in that little triangle corner. So you can see how that blue starts up there, and then it just keeps going and going and going, and you're increasing so that it grows diagonally, and then you seam it up the back. So it has I-cord edges all around except for on the seam for the back. So it just finishes it off really nicely, and you can see the beautiful color, like about right here, switch to the second color, and then about right here, switch to that last color. So let's talk about the knit along.
I think it looks great. Yes. Did we bring the kind of the rules for the knit along?
I have them written down right here for you.
Good.
I came prepared today.
So anybody is welcome to participate in the knit along, but we are going to be giving away some prizes, and there are some stipulations for if you would like to be eligible for the prize. First, purchase your yarn at thread, and then like we said, you can knit either the Nightshift or the Shift Cowl, and then the projects need to be completed by March 10th. So we're starting the Shift Along on February 18th.
Yeah, so you have a 4-week period to complete your project. And we're going to do a separate prize, one for the cowl and one for the shawl.
Right.
Just so that people don't feel like if they knit the shawl, they are not going to be able to win a prize because it's a bigger project. But the shawl does use a thicker yarn. It uses a worsted weight instead of a DK or a sport, I think is what the pattern actually calls for.
Right.
So, you know, we have the 2 separate prizes for those that complete their projects. And, you know, if we have multiple people that complete the project, we'll put their names in a prize drawing.
Exactly.
So.
And if you want to participate, if you come into the shop and we have a sheet to sign up, and if you purchase your yarn from us for the project, we're going to give a 15% discount on that. And anything else we need to mention?
I don't think so, other than the fact that if you're local in the area and you want to join us for Stitch Night, that's when we'll be kind of meeting, and you can show off your progress and, you know, chat to other people that are working on it during our shift along. So,
Right.
And we have information about when Stitch Night is on our website. If you go to the calendar section, you'll see a calendar of all of our classes, and we also have Stitch Night on there so you can see. It is a free social event that you can bring your project and work on. And then we also post on our Facebook and Instagram about, you know, when it's coming up, just to kind of
Right.
remind people. So you can follow us there, and we're under Thread Fabric Store. So we'll leave those links down below for you.
Yes. And another thing about linking, we do link all of our projects below the video. They're all right there. Anything, and the tea that we're drinking, there'll be a link to that also.
Yeah.
But yes, so we do link all of our projects below our videos in case you're, you know, looking for what we're doing and you're interested in our projects.
Yeah, so you'll see a description box with a little arrow to drop it down, and you'll see all the information down there. So.
Yeah. Alrighty.
But honestly,
Well,
think
I'm going to be, she's done the cowl, and I was supposed to have been started before now, but I'm going to do the shawl. So
Yeah.
I've picked my yarn. I got started, and I had a little hiccup. I thought, maybe I don't like this color combination. So I'm doing 2 solids. Should I turn them around so that the yellow's not against the
yellow of the cowl.
cowl?
Do you want me to
Yeah.
hold it?
Yeah, if you want to hold it. And those are yarns that Bethany has dyed. So I'm doing, they're kind of semi-solid.
I'll
kinda
tell them
kettle
the color
dyed.
names.
All right.
This is Persian Jewel, and this is Goldenrod.
And then I'm going to use some of Earth Yarns. And I've forgotten which color this is, but if you can see the colors in there, I'm going to run this one along with the yellow. And then this is my other color. I'm going to run it along with the turquoise.
Blue.
That's my plan for right now.
We'll see if that changes.
You know, things can change when you get started and you decide.
We switched out the yellow because originally she had
Green.
green.
And it was a green, you know, like almost
Yeah.
a Christmas green. And I was running it with this.
And she told me,
and-
she was like, it looked like Christmas.
Started to look like Christmas. So
And we're in February.
maybe not.
so-
Yeah. Maybe not. So yeah. So we changed one of the solids. But I got that idea from Earth Yarns. And I love their yarns. And they did it with their monochrome. And we don't have the worsted here. But what Bethany has done up is beautiful too. So, so I think that's going to work out real well. I'm excited about doing that.
Yep.
So that should be my next cast on here pretty soon.
Yep.
Like maybe tonight.
Yeah, because the knit along's coming up.
Yeah.
So it's
And I like to stay just a little ahead.
yeah, it's nice
of
because then
everybody.
you can answer questions
Yeah,
for people
exactly.
and stuff like that. So, but yeah,
So.
is that everything?
Well, we were going to talk about the tassel makers. because we love a tassel, and I've done a lot of the tassels with the cardboard, trick and that kind of thing. But we have these tassel makers, and I think we might have talked about them before. They're from Clover. One's to make larger tassels and then smaller tassels. It was really nice using this. I decided to pull one out. Yeah.
So
we decided to pull it out and give it a test run and see what it was like. It made it easier because it was kind of holding the yarn for you instead of you trying to hold the yarn and tie everything together and, wrap it on its own. And so it's a neat little gadget. And as a matter of fact, we have a video of making those tassels that we're going to attach.
Yeah, we did a little Instagram story, and so we've saved all of those clips, and we're going to put them here at the end of this video so that you can see, and we have it kind of archived somewhere for future reference. So, yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I think that's everything.
I think we've covered it all for today anyway. Yeah. So we thank you for joining us. We are once again having hot tea.
My favorite.
We had snow yesterday, and it's warmed up quite a bit today, but still, it seemed like a nice chai day.
And this is sleet here.
Yeah. My drive in, I live about 45 minutes north of the shop, and it was a beautiful drive down. Perfect kind of snow because it was snow all over the ground, all over the trees and everything, but the roads were clear. So it was beautiful. And then as I got into Florence yesterday, yes, all the sleet. But it was cold, so we're still in the hot tea mood. But this is a chai tea, Marsala chai from David's Tea. And we'll link that we did it with a little sugar and milk. That's my favorite way. And
is there any other way to have chai, really?
Well, you don't have to put milk in it, but
it's better with milk.
It's better with milk. I agree.
For those people out there a little scared to put milk in their hot tea, try it with chai because it's worth it.
It is. So that's it for us today. Hope y'all have, this is Saturday that we're podcasting. Hope y'all have a great weekend and hope you'll join us next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, just wanted to pop in really quick and show you one of our new shop samples. This is the Balsam Scarf by Amy Christoffers. It uses Barocco remix yarn, and we're going to show you today how you can make the tassels for this using these beautiful tassel makers by Clover. So we're actually going to be using the larger size today to make a 4-inch tassel, but we also have a smaller size that you can also use to make smaller tassels, but we thought the larger one looked really great for this. So we're going to show you really quick how you can use this and make the tassels for this beautiful crocheted project.